Hey guys, I know that our weekly updates haven't really been so weekly, but we're going to do better. Spring's been super busy so far. We have a big full greenhouse. We've got a whole bunch of animals, lots of new animals. I'm excited to show you guys, so let's just get right to it. We've made some changes to our chick brooder out here. Since it's gotten warmer, we're able to put these little bitty guys. They just hatched, I think, about 48 hours ago. We put them with our silkies. They're pretty little. They're about 3 weeks old, but they're still really small. So we put this up just so that they can't get through the holes. The silkies were kind of getting through there, and I knew that the new 2-day-olds would definitely get through. So we put this up around the edges. They've got their water with some silver, some fermented feed, and then some non-fermented feed. It's just dry feed in case they want that instead. And then, of course, they get some fresh little greens. Whenever I pull anything off of my plants in the greenhouse, I give it to the chicks so they get a little treat. Onto the plants, we've got tons of flowers. There's my seed blocks. I made a video about those. Those are working out really well. I'm really liking those. A lot of these peanuts didn't come up, so I just put different herbs in there. Same with these over here. What I had planted didn't come up, so I put some yarrow. I got some really pretty yarrow from Baker Creek and some dill in there. These beautiful. My zucchini, they really desperately need to go outside, and I've put a couple outside. I'm going to show you guys the garden today. I'm pretty excited about that. We've got a few out there that are barely hanging on. So all my propagations, we have some red bud branches. These are peach branches, and then there's a few peach in here and some elderberry. Not that we needed more elderberry, but to share. These peach branches are doing really well. They didn't have this on it whenever I put them in here. And this is just root inoculant mixed with water. Same thing for all of these. Cooper has a little succulent going. We've got our lettuces and arugula. We've been making salads and cooking with the arugula lately, and it's really nice having fresh greens again. These are my little companion packs. There's 3 cherry tomatoes, and 3 basil in each of those. Got some herbs, more tomatoes, more herbs. Got a whole table up here of tomatoes and peppers. And these guys down here are going crazy. They need to go outside. We got some mulberry trees from the Baker Creek Tulip Festival. This grape back here, it's going all the way up and growing through the tomatoes. Hopefully we'll be getting all of this stuff outside probably in about a week. These strawberries I'm just keeping inside for fun to see what happens with them. We've got a whole patch just right outside this window here. That's all strawberries. And we're starting to get some blooms on some of them. We'll be having strawberries soon too. All right, let's go out to the garden. So as soon as you walk in, there's already things growing. I'm just going to go ahead and flip you guys around so I can show you everything we have going on in here. It's super messy. We're in the thick of bed prep right now. Of course, we put it off until the very last minute. So it's messy. There's tools all over the place and buckets and whatnot, but it's starting to kind of look like a garden again, and everything's getting green. So let's check it out. On our trellis here at the entrance, we have peas growing all the way up and down. They're already a couple inches tall. Doing really well with this weather. So those will go up and over here, and then they'll die off here in a couple of months, and we'll probably put beans, maybe some loofah. There's lots of volunteers. This is cleavers. Good medicine. We have our row of elderberry. The deer absolutely demolished this last year. Ate it all the way down to just a couple inches. But we have, I'd say, probably about 50 plants. It's about 20 feet of elderberry. And they're doing really well. As long as we can keep the deer out of here, I think we might actually be able to get some good bushes going. Got a bed over here prepped for watermelon. This we're going to put some sand over the top, and then it's underneath this hay, it's just dirt and it's pretty compacted. So we're going to put some sand on the top and then till that in to give it a more loamy soil like it likes. Go check out the pretty side over here. Got this U bed getting prepped this week for peppers, zinnias, calendula that's not doing all that hot. I was running out of space in the greenhouse, so I just had to throw it in the ground. And back to my favorite project. We still don't have the trellis on this side put up. That's another project for this next couple of weeks. We're going to be working our butts off out here. But these are the ones that I have peas growing in some spots, basil, and then I put some cherry tomatoes out here. Again, I was just running out of space in the greenhouse, so they got kicked out here. But the peas are all coming up. The basil is still doing fairly well, and the tomatoes are not even damaged at all. Yesterday, I think it got down to about 40 degrees. Here's one of my zucchini. This one I planted about 2 days ago, so it got one 40-degree day. But I have one that I planted a couple weeks ago that got, I think it froze. I think it got down to 32. But it has new leaves coming up. Same with this one down here. You see that these leaves are dying off, but there's new leaves coming up in the middle. And our potato bed, we've got onions. Of course, they're doing really good. And then we planted the all blue potatoes over here. They're a late season. They take longer, but they're beautiful. They're like a rich purple color. So we have potatoes just kind of intertwined with the onions over here. And our walking onions we got from a friend. So they'll grow a little bud here that'll drop down, and then that will grow into a root and will sprout another plant like this. Most of my brassicas over here have died. We've got a few of them holding on. This broccoli here is doing amazing. And then this is some purple cauliflower that I got from Baker Creek. Figured we would try again. Our artichokes all died. The lettuce, though, the lettuce is doing really well. Over here is kind of a little bit of chaos. Once it grows up and fills in, this whole space here is echinacea, which is super medicinal, and it's always absolutely covered in butterflies and bees and all the pollinators. So we use a little bit of the roots, but we prefer to just leave it for the pollinators. Over here is kind of our little hangout spot. We've got some chairs and an umbrella that we put over here, and the kids like to play with their pool. We've got some onions there, soccer ball, our trees. It looks like all of our blooms might have, oh nope, they're still there. Absolutely covered. This one's a pear tree. We've got a pear here and a pear over here. And then this one is a peach we've never gotten fruit from yet. And then I believe this is also a peach. It really hasn't had any growth until this year. It's just a tiny, tiny bit. And this one, Caleb had to prune it quite a bit, but it's okay. It was kind of too tall and crazy, but it's coming back. So we've got some roses down here that are just thick and climbing up this tree and trailing all the way out here. Not sure what we're going to do with it yet, but it does have really pretty little roses on it, so we're going to keep it. Over here we have our fig bed with mint coming up all over the place. We had a whole bunch of mint over here, just strawberry mint, chocolate mint, apple mint. I think we had a spearmint. And then over here was sage. Kind of looks like maybe the mint took over though. It's coming all the way out here. We'll probably end up mowing it over just to keep it contained. We've got a couple more beds prepped over here. I don't believe anything's planted in this one, but this one is, it's hard to see where it ends, but it's about 8 foot tall. Just a little circle. We planted some peas around it, and then we're also going to plant beans around this side of it with some potatoes in the middle. Those are all companion plants. I'll probably throw some dill in there too. Our pines are looking beautiful. It's been so windy and it's so pretty listening to the whispering in the pines. Out here, this is just right outside our garden. We've got our chick tractor. Has a bunch of our chicks that we hatched out from our eggs. They're so pretty. Sometimes they get out whenever we move it because our yard's super bumpy. Rhea likes to help me catch them. She doesn't hurt them, but she helps me catch them. That's a good girl, Ray. Then we have our chicks out here. They have worked wonders on this yard out here. It was overgrown like crazy. They've added about 4 inches of soil here. This used to dip down way below the fence. Now the fence is kind of filled in. You've got, these are a Cornish cross. They're about 8 weeks. It's almost time to butcher them already. And then we've got Wyandotte, a big Bielefelder rooster. He's been really aggressive, so he is going to go to another farm. I just can't trust him to free range with my kids outside. Hey, girls. We've got Sage, Rage and Sagen. She's our little La Mancha Nigerian dwarf mix. And then Clover. I think she's about 2. She's a Nigerian dwarf. Snickers was sold to me as a Nigerian dwarf, but she has a lot of fainting qualities. So I think she's at least mixed, if not full fainter. And we've got these 2 really shy girls up here. They're my favorites, of course, because they don't love. We've got Patchouli. So beautiful. Hi, Julie. And then this is her mama, Chamomile. Hi, Cammy. Hi. They'll let us get close enough to find out if we have food or not, but that's about it. Hey, Julie. Aren't they beautiful, though? Now we'll walk over and show you guys the pigs. I did not expect to love them as much as I do, but they are so cute. They get so excited when they hear our voice or when they see us. They start squealing and it's so adorable. I'm going to see if I can get them to do it this time. We've got this really pretty walk under the cedars. It's kind of far away from the house. We have to walk all the way around the goat pasture. Hey, pretty. I'm going to turn you guys around so you can see them. Piggies! Rhea loves them too. She has taken on guarding them very seriously. Hi, piggies! This one's Beulah. These guys are Kune Kunes. I'm not going to go in with them because I have flip-flops on and they like to nibble your toes. But we've got Beulah and then little baby Marigold. She's also a female. And then our male named Boris. He is so sweet. He just loves love so much. Hi, Boris. And we've got Marigold over here. She's still super skittish, but She at least comes and gets excited to see us and hear us. And then Beulah seems to like me, but not Caleb. But she does like to nibble. She likes to nibble my leg, my toes, my fingers, anything she can get a hold of. They've tilled up this whole area over here. They've got a run that goes all the way around there. They have one strand of electric. We're trying to get them used to it so that we can move them around the pasture or around the property without putting up fences, just have them in electric. And then they have a little pond over here. It wasn't really a pond when we moved in, but it's starting to hold water. So we stuck them over here to see if they can do any work on it. We have a couple of ducks in there with them too. They were from a friend. It looks like they're laying on the shore over there. I don't know if you can see them. But everyone's been loving it in here. They're definitely clearing it out a lot. This was so thick we couldn't even come over here last year. That's how she does it. I'm out here in our strawberry patch. Those windows right back there, that's the greenhouse. We've got strawberries in a big U shape back here behind me. And then there's an arch trellis right here above the walkway. I'm going to turn you guys around so I can show you what we have planted. There's lots of peas. Those are going to grow up and over, in theory, the trellis here. And we had some planted over here on this side, but the goats just eat everything down on this side, so we gave up. And then we have, these are some trees that we just bought. I think we'll be planting those in about a week. We have 2 plums, 2 cherries, and 2 apples. So we're pretty excited about that. We're going to get some comfrey to plant around the base of those. And then here's our strawberries. It's a big U shape. Last year it got way overgrown. There was no walkways. We had to kind of like just step through. So we're kind of trying to get that under control better this year. We've already got some little flowers, baby strawberries. I'm sure we'll get a lot less strawberries this way, but it looks a lot cleaner. It'll be a lot easier to walk through while we're trying to harvest. Last year there was so many that a lot rotted on the ground. We just couldn't see them when we were harvesting. So I'm really excited about all the things that we've done so far and all the plans that we have. So thanks for watching. I'm excited to keep you guys updated.